as, educators on our side, but also as parents for students who are just starting through this process, who are still even struggling with this process on their own, who might be comfortable sharing part of their identity in certain circumstances or in certain circles, but not in others, who maybe feel comfortable telling a teacher, but not necessarily a parent, and us navigating that situation as the institution. Are there things that we can be doing better, or in your own experiences, are there experiences that you've had that maybe can inform the way that we do what we do, so that we can support people who are going through the process?
I think that something that just really kicks off the school year on a really great and feeling safe note is when teachers put out little like beginning of the year surveys, and it's like, what's your name? What are your pronouns? Can I use these pronouns and this name in front of your parents?
That's a big one. That's a really good one.
That's a really big one on helping students feel safe. Or just having like, if the teacher is comfortable with it, if you don't want to be this really outspoken and like, woo, yeah, gay people, if you just have like a little flag in your class, or if you're teaching,
or a teacher introducing their pronouns at the beginning of the year as a way to just start that conversation and invite other students into it without it being overtly obvious.
Adding your pronouns to your email sign-off. So saying, so I have signed Cal Fuji, class of 2023, they, them. That is my email sign-off. That's on every single one of my emails. And I love it when I see teachers and administrators, like Dr. Scarvelis has his pronouns in his Zoom name, and that's amazing. That's the goal.
It's just a simple little way to show that you're here to support, you're here to respect other students and other people. And it's little things like that, casual representation that let people know that this is a safe space.
And inviting students to speak to the higher-ups, the institution. We were invited to speak at this. I've been invited to speak at other places, and that's given me hope that, like, oh,
people do want to hear this.
They want to listen. And I have a sister who's at Smith Middle School right now, and I have other friends who I know are at Smith Middle School right now, and I've heard kind of horror stories of the transgender experience at Smith Middle School, but those are just like the negative things that I've heard about, because a lot of people come to me for help with that. I haven't heard a lot of the good things, so I don't really know what's going on there, which is unfortunate, and I'd really like to, because as we said, we'd like to implement some change, not only in GHS, but district-wide. Because trans people, gay people don't just kind of like spew up and sprout as soon as they hit freshman year. Like they exist in the middle schools and the elementary schools. So
and
why should
it
we
might
start?
help some students if there's more representation given out, just like in general school curriculums, like they learn that these people exist and it's okay to be these people. It might help kids figure out themselves earlier, because I know when I was figuring myself out, I went through a long period of, is this okay? Is this what I really feel? Is this what I really want? And the earlier kids can start this process, the earlier they'll know themselves and they'll know how to be true to themselves.
And to go back to kind of my discovery experience that I said earlier, if I had learned about people being transgender, and if I had learned that that was a thing, I probably wouldn't have thought that I was a drag queen for so long. And I think that might have helped a little bit.
Thank you guys again.
Oh, yes. Gretchen, please. We have another question. Yes, Gretchen.
I just wanted to thank you both, Jamie and Cal, for not only your courage, but your activism. I think that it really gives me a lot of hope for the future, to see high school students who are willing to give their time and their energy to educate others and to speak in public this way, in this public forum. And I think there are a lot of adults much older than you who don't have your courage. So I just really wanted to thank you and express my admiration for you.
And we're glad we can be a voice for people who don't feel safe or comfortable enough to put themselves forward.
And again,
Glad to.
And again, even after this meeting closes, I'm still a safe person to come to if you have questions. If you have, oh my goodness, I have a student and they just came out to me, I have no idea what to do, you can email me. I have a school
Maybe
email.
we should set up like a public.
I'll talk to you about that.
We'll announce that if something happens.
We will be sure to keep you in the loop.
Well, Jamie and Cal, I appreciate you. We thank you tonight. It was a pleasure, and I learned a lot, and I will continue to learn and have more of an understanding, because this is important work. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank all of you so much for listening and learning with us.
And even the people that we can't see. We're thinking of you.
There is a large group on the call listening in, another 24 people that you can't see. So I know that